And so we're now move on to your high school experience, and I believe that you have a lot of you can record your memory there better because that was just like a few months before. So during your high school, you have founded like finance club, and you were participating in admission ambassador, and also participated in track and field. Can you describe like your experience there, and what was your role there while working in those many and various jobs?
Yeah, like just elaborate some more on my activities.
Yes,
Is that
right,
right?
perfect.
Okay, sure.
Yes, right.
Yeah. So I guess during my high school, like I think the biggest project that I worked on was the YouTube channel,
Okay.
where I tried to teach like other people about personal finance. It's called Making Banks.
Uh-huh.
If you want to search it up,
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, right. I'm gonna just search it right now. Okay. Yes.
yeah. It's basically me, the kid I told you about who I met like at during the Columbia summer program. So it's me, him. He's
Okay.
one grade below me, and then also
Okay.
a kid that's a grade above me. He's going to U Chicago right now. Yeah,
Okay.
so us three, we basically
Oh,
just
it's
like
going.
worked on panels together, and we made like animation videos about personal finance.
Uh, oh, do you plan to like continue that while you're at university?
Uh, Definitely something similar, but the problem is like the person like the Columbia kid that I met, he's like really busy right now with his college applications, and then the U Chicago kid, like
Okay.
he's like working and stuff now. So yeah, it's hard to get the team together now, but I'm definitely planning to do something
Okay.
similar, and I wanna try to do something scalable as well. That's
Okay. Oh,
that's
okay.
even
That makes sense.
that people can interact with on about personal finance.
Okay. Okay. And what was your job there, like as a YouTuber? Like, were you like an editor or like a content developer? What was your job
Yeah, so it was just three of us, right? So yeah,
there?
yeah, so yeah, so I was the one to get the team organized, like to make sure that everyone,
Okay.
that we're all getting our tasks done.
Uh-huh.
And then I also held like meetings
Uh-huh.
where 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 like I would tell my college counselor or like my family friends, like, okay, these are like every month or so, like
Okay.
I would tell them, if you know
Okay.
anybody, either adult or kids who are interested in personal finance, like
Okay.
we'll join in like a
Mm-hmm.
Zoom discussion, and we'll talk about like either about like interest
Oh,
rates,
wow.
either about like the SVB
Mm-hmm.
crisis,
Oh,
or like about budgeting or other stuff. Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. So
Interesting.
it was like
Is there
YouTube
any
channel, and then I
like
also
a
meet.
mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah, go
okay.
ahead.
Oh, wow. All right. Okay. So do you have like any other like unique experience or unique achievement that you have probably like made during your high school? It can be either academic or extracurricular or anything else that you have like great memory with.
Right. Yeah. So in December of 2023, I
Uh,
like yeah, yeah, like yeah, like around I would say like summer of 2023, I started doing some research on on ESG investing, right, and the
okay.
impacts of that,
Okay.
and 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 once I did do research, I like shared it with some people, and I was actually
Uh-huh.
invited to the Dubai COP28. I'm not sure if you know what that is. It's like
Okay.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do you know about like the COP, like climate conferences?
I'm not sure if I know. No, I'm not sure if I know about it. Can you elaborate more on that?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. It's basically every year. Every year,
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of like some country would host this conference, and a
Uh-huh.
bunch of like business leaders, politicians, industry leaders, they would come together and then develop a plan to combat climate change. So it was like
Okay.
a huge conference held in Dubai. Like you can search it up later if you want.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay. All right.
so it's basically like everyone, like Bill Gates and stuff. Like he was there. Like everyone just
Okay. Oh.
comes together, talks about like climate solutions, and then I was invited there
Oh.
to
Okay.
speak about my ESG research. So that was a pretty interesting
Oh.
experience.
Wow. Very interesting. Wait, how were you invited? Like, did you apply or how was like the process there? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just shared my research with people, and this
Oh.
person reached out to me like, okay, your research is very interesting. Do you want to like do you want to share about it at this conference?
Okay.
So
Oh. Wow. Oh. Wow. Very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. So I
yeah,
believe that you have a lot of like very interesting experience, like from internship and to high school and to like summer programs. So if I explain or if I talk about a little bit more about myself, like I came to Indonesia from South Korea, and when I first came here, like fasting period. I know that you're Muslim, so you probably know more about it better than me. But like they don't eat
Mhm.
food for like a month, and
Right,
that
right,
was like
yeah.
very unique and interesting to me. Is there anything like that to you personally, like in terms of like culture side, like as you have, well, as you experience like a lot of interesting experiences? Because to me that was very interesting.
Like cultural experiences.
Yeah, that's right. Anything like that, probably.
Oh yeah, well, is this specifically to like in Dubai or is it just in general? Anything I've done?
Anything in general.
Anything? Sure. Yeah, yeah, probably
Okay.
like the biggest cultural experience I had was last July. I
Mm-hmm.
I signed up for this like environmental like volunteering trips. Like like
Okay.
those environmental trips that it's it's organized by a company, right? To get a bunch of high schoolers
Mm-hmm.
together, and like we would go
Okay.
to, like some foreign nation like
Okay.
Costa Rica. Yeah, so I basically
Oh.
went to Costa Rica for 2 weeks, like in the very rural
Oh.
areas, helping them do like
Okay.
environmental stuff. And like that be
Uh-huh.
dude, like that experience, like the first few days was horrible, man. Like I was like sleeping on
Okay.
a freaking wooden board. Like there were mosquitoes like my entire back was covered in mosquito
Mm-hmm.
bites. Like it was like the most
Oh,
rural, like deep, like southern Costa Rica. But like that really showed me how like
okay.
materialistic we are. Cause when the thing was almost over, like I felt that like I didn't need all these things and like these technology around me. It was like a huge detox. Yeah. And yeah,
Okay.
it made me realize
Mhm.
like how consumerist our Western culture is sometimes. Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, man.
Okay, thank you so much
Like
for
if you
that.
got free time, dude, you gotta
Mhm.
sign up for one of those, bro. Yo,
Can you just say it again?
if you have free time, like you should go to one of those as well. Like there's no Wi-Fi or anything. It's like
Um,
a big
okay, I
detox,
will
man.
think about it. I will
Yeah.
think about it. I really like, I cannot live without handphones, without Wi-Fi, without technology. So I'm not
Bro,
sure if
get
I
that
can
crap
actually
out of
agree
here,
with that
bro.
one. That,
Brain rot,
of
bro.
course,
Gen
like
gotta stop being
yeah,
gotta
sure. Oh yes, of course. We gotta take those. We gotta, be brain and re-systemize our brain. Actually, we should. We should. All right, so we now move on to a little bit more about your, university now. So, yes, you choose NYU, and were there any reason why you choose NYU out of four top prestigious schools in US?
Yeah, like the main reason like the main reason why I really liked NYU is its location.
Hmm.
Like it's right in the
Oh,
middle
of
of
course.
Manhattan. So like
Of course.
so because it's right there, like I'm always gonna be interacting with you know people from many different fields, and like I just feel like the
Of
location will give
course.
me more opportunities. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, it is. I strongly agree with that actually. So I believe that there will be a lot of like, students watching this video who wish to apply to NYU. So since you got into NYU, were there any like tips to those who wish to apply to NYU?
Any tips? I mean, for
Yes.
me, I was just honest in my application. Like I didn't try to like
Okay.
exaggerate anything or anything like that. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You
Hmm.
you shouldn't be like overly humble, right? But but I feel yeah. But I just like I didn't like I read some of those essays, dude. Like it makes me cringe a little bit. Like how it's like sugar coated. Like yeah,
Okay.
like it
All
might
right.
be
Okay.
bad advice. I don't know. Like if you don't get it, like don't blame me, bro. But like at least in my
Okay.
applications, I was
Right.
just honest uh and and I think most of the work comes before your college application process. Like if you just I feel like if
Uh-huh.
you just like
Okay.
work hard on the things you're interested about,
Uh-huh.
like genuinely interested in,
Okay.
just for the sake of learning and like
Okay.
making an impact, I think
All
that's
right. Okay.
yeah, yeah, I
Hmm.
think that's sufficient.
Yes.
Yeah,
Very interesting. Mm.
yeah, yeah, like I feel like the goal, like the goal should be to learn and to make an impact. And like if you do that, then
Mm-hmm.
the perk would be getting into good college. I feel like the college, just in my opinion, I feel like college shouldn't be the goal, right? It's more of a stepping stone and
Okay.
like perk that comes along with your hard work.
Wow, that's very motivating and inspiring. Right. So Is there like so basically you shared a little bit about like your personal statement and your like college application. Can you perhaps like share more about it? Like how did you go through it? Like were there any tips or anything that you perhaps like found, oh I think it's gonna be better if you do it this way. Were there anything like that to share with our audience?
Just any tips on the personal statements?
Or just supplementary essay or anything else in general about Common App and college application.
Okay, sure. Let's see. Yeah, for me at least, like
Mm-hmm.
like it was really hard for me to make progress at the beginning of the applications.
Okay.
So, like,
Mm-hmm.
since like the call, it's like it's different from what I was learned like what I learned in school. Because like in school, I always learned how to
Mm-hmm.
write like analytical essays and make arguments. Like the thing with college is like you gotta
Mm-hmm.
like tell a story and all that like emotional stuff.
Okay.
So yeah,
All
yeah,
right. Oh, yes,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, so it was really hard for me to get started, but then I feel like once I got a couple things
Mm-hmm.
done, then
Okay.
that
All right.
then I was able to make progress really fast. So I guess just start
Okay.
early and just
Yes.
like write down a bunch of your ideas in the beginning. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
and,
Yes.
and
Mm-hmm.
don't be too stressed about it because I feel like once you get a couple applications done, the rest is significantly
Okay.
faster than your first couple ones. Yeah.
Hopefully, yes.
Oh yeah,
Okay. So to conclude yeah, I'm a rising senior
you're
exam,
applying
so
this
I'm
year.
actually going through the entire, yes, right, of course. So to conclude our meeting, so is there any like word that you want to share, word that you want to tell to our audience, like maybe like be humble, anything like that, bro?
I mean, I'm not a motivational speaker, bro, but
Yeah, yes, right.
yeah, I mean, just yeah, just like let's say. Yeah. Yeah, I guess just make sure your goals are right. Like the thing with me is that like in middle school, like
Mm-hmm.
my goal was like I really wanted to get in this into this particular high school. Like that was my main goal.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
got like pristine grades and like I worked really hard on that.
Okay.
But the problem I feel like with that is once I did get into high school, once I did achieve that goal, like that was kind of like even like subconsciously like it's like okay, like I've met the goal and then I kind of just collapsed a little bit. Like I just had like no more
Oh,
motivation.
all right.
So like the main thing
Mm-hmm.
I learned is that just like I have to get my goals correct. If I get the goals correct,
Okay.
then you know everything will follow. Yeah.
All right. Interesting. So yes, thank you so much for your incredible insights today. Yes, and here today we conclude our interview. So thank you once again for your time and for your insightful answers.
Thank you.